Hello learners! In this video, we will be learning what is a research hypothesis. A hypothesis simply means a mere assumption or a supposition to be proved or disproved. A research hypothesis is a prediction of the outcome of a research study. It is a guess of the outcome and relationships between variables under study. It is the basis of scientific investigation, and if a hypothesis are verified through the research, it becomes the basis of new theories. Let's now discuss some viewpoints about the concept of hypothesis. According to Eric Rogers, hypotheses are single tentative guesses, good hunches, assumed for use in devising theory or planning experiments intended to be given a direct experimental test when possible. According to Kerlinger, a hypothesis is a conjectural statement of the relation between two or more variables. But for the researcher, a hypothesis is a formal question that he intends to resolve. Now let's talk about the characteristics of a good hypothesis. A hypothesis should be stated in a clear and declarative form. The hypothesis should be based on empirical references. Moral judgments should be avoided. The hypothesis should be objective. It should be specific and should explain the relationship between variables. The hypothesis should be relevant to the research problem being studied. The hypothesis should be testable. It must be observable and measurable by applying inferential statistical tests, and based on the results of statistical tests, hypothesis can be either accepted or rejected. It should be based on the existing body of theories and research findings. The hypothesis should also be based on sound, justifiable rationale. Now let's talk about the derivation of a hypothesis. The derivation of hypothesis is either inductive or deductive in approach. The inductive hypothesis is based on observed relationships. Whatever is already observed can become the basis of an inductive hypothesis. For example, a researcher may have observed that people are influenced by an advertisement on television, and the certain product's sales increase if that advertisement is shown at the prime time. So the researcher can make the hypothesis as timing of advertisement of product on television has a significant effect on the sale of the product. Through the deductive approach, the researcher can develop hypotheses based on generalized theories. It means deductive hypotheses are based on universal generalizations. For example, it is known to all that all human beings have emotions. So this deduction could be verified by testing a small number of subjects by including them in a research study. A hypothesis can be of many types. Simple and complex hypothesis. Simple hypothesis is a statement reflecting the relationship between two variables, whereas a complex hypothesis is a statement reflecting relationship between more than two variables. An associative hypothesis is a statement reflecting the association or relationship between two or more variables in natural settings, whereas a causal hypothesis is a statement of cause and effect relationship between two or more dependent and independent variables in experimental or interventional studies. Directional and non-directional hypothesis. A directional hypothesis states the nature and direction of relationship between variables such as positive, negative, less, more, increased, decreased, etc. For example, there is a positive relationship between purchase intention and purchase behavior of customers, whereas a non-directional hypothesis states the relationship between variables but does not anticipate any direction or nature of relationship. For example, there is a significant relationship between purchase intention and purchase behavior of customers. Research and null hypothesis and research hypothesis. Null hypothesis is also known as statistical hypothesis. It states that there is no relationship between two or more variables. Null hypothesis is used for statistical testing and interpretation of statistical outcomes, whereas a research hypothesis is also known as alternative hypothesis. It states the existence of relationship between two or more variables. So learners, in this video we discussed the concept and types of hypothesis. Thank you.